What is going on, guys? Today we have a decklist video for you of the Greenzard Charizard deck that we posted a gameplay video with. This is my brother's deck, so let's get into this. Alright.
So we have 4 Volcanions. It's good because you use the Flare Starter attack on turn 2 of the game, and then you get 3 energies on your board, plus a Welder that could be a turn 2 Double Blaze on another Zard. And then if you have to, High Heat Blast against most one prize decks. And yeah. Next we have a Greenzard, or Greenzard and Charizard, which is good for the Brilliant Flare attack, which is 4 energies, 180 damage, but you have to search your deck for 3 cards, and then it has the nice Crimson Flame Pillar GX, which if you have a lot of energies in your discard, you can get 5 of them back onto your board, and if you have an extra energy attached, your opponent's active Pokemon is then Burn and Confused. And that is why it is good. Then we have a Zard, which is good for the Flare Strike attack that does 230 damage, and you want to use the Double Blaze attack after you get a double Welder off and a double attachment on your second turn to knock out another Zard, and if you have to, you can use Outrage. Like if you have 240 damage on you, or 230 from another Zard, play Shrine and Outrage for a knockout on a Zard.
Yeah, Double Blaze can really be used to knock out any Pokemon for 3 energies, or for 6 energies, you can knock out most tag team Pokemon.
Yes. And then we have this Blacephalon GX tech that I wanted to add because of the Mind Blown attack, which if you have 6 energies, like Zard, 6 energies, it can knock out a tag team, but you don't have to use your GX attack. And also, I use Bursting Burn if I'm getting really annoyed with my opponent, because they're playing a stall deck or something. And if
Confusion is good.
If I start with it, I'll probably use Burst GX, because it's a good attack. It can get an energy onto your board. It can get rid of a prize card. And that's it. And then we have the Megalopedian Jigglypuff, which is good for its Jumping Balloon attack, which is 60 base, plus 60 for each more of your opponent's EX in play, I think. And then Puffy Smasher's GX. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep, but if you have 4 extra energies, it does 200 damage to any one of your opponent's benched Pokemon.
Yeah, great for sniping stuff like Dedenne GX. And then Jumping Balloon is especially good against decks like Pikachu and Zekrom, as they can't really one-shot you.
Yeah.
But they only have to have 3 GX Pokemon, like potentially like a Zeraora and like 2 tag teams, and that does it for you.
Yes.
And then also against Mewtwo and Mew, it's good, because generally they have to bench a lot of GXs.
And so you just knock out a Mewtwo Mew immediately. Then we have Form's Green's Exploration, which is good because you don't play any Pokemon with abilities, so you can get 2 trainer cards, tools, items, supporters, stadiums, whenever you like. But you can only play it once per turn, obviously, and it's very useful. Very consistent card.
Yeah, it's really the engine of the deck. You want to try and play it turn 1 if you can't find Welder. And then or even if you
Welder
do find
is attached 2 energies from your hand, 2 fire energies from your hand to any one of your Pokemon, and then you can draw 3 cards. Basically a better How.
Yeah, it's like How and Blacksmith.
At the same time.
Yeah, kind of something like that. It's the main energy acceleration of the deck, aside from Volcanion. Yes. You want to try and hit it as frequently as possible when you're not playing Green's Exploration.
And then 2 Cynthia Caitlins, just in case, like, we prize a Welder, or we prize 2 Welders, and then we use 2 Welders, we can get one back with Cynthia Caitlin. And also, it's a good engine, because you can discard a card from your hand and draw 3 cards.
Yeah, really nice for getting your Greens and Welders back, and even Mallow and Lana,
which is our next card. So, Mallow and Lana, switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon, and if you discard any 2 cards from your hand, you can heal 120 damage from the card you switched out.
Yeah, it's really good. It's your main healing in the deck. Deal with stuff
You're
like...
only healing.
Yeah, deal with stuff like,
Spread.
just tricky stuff that does, like, little amounts of damage. Like Gardevoir Celeon. That can be a troublesome matchup sometimes if
Yes, it can.
they play very well. Okay.
Then we have 4 Pokegear 3.0s to get our supporters like Cynthia, Caitlin, Green's Exploration, and Welder. And you look at the top 7 cards of your deck and get any supporter you'd like and put it into your hand, and then you shuffle your deck. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it can really help get you those supporters you need in your beginning turns.
Yes. Then we have 4 Acrobikes, which is look at the top 2 cards of your deck and discard 1 card, keep the other card in your hand. It's very good as an engine.
Yeah, lets you draw through your deck quickly, find Pokegears, find supporters, or even all those one-of Pokemon that can be tricky to find.
Or anything, really. Then we have 3 Reset Stamps. They shuffle your opponent's hand into their deck, and then they draw the exact amount of prize cards they have. They don't draw their prize cards; they draw.
Yeah, really great for disruption, especially in the late game.
When they have
Stamp
one
them
prize
down
card
to 3 or fewer cards. Put them in a tough position. Especially good paired with a power plant or something. Especially against like a Mewtwo and Mew deck that relies on having lots of ability to search for Pokemon.
And then you threaten them with another Double Blaze for KO or Mind Blown.
Exactly.
And then 3 Great Catchers. So you discard 2 cards from your hand and bring up one of your opponent's benched Pokemon GX or EX. And then, yeah, it's good for targeting like small Dedenes and then killing a 1-prize Pokemon after you've already killed a Zard or something. So, yeah, that's what the Great Catchers are for mostly.
Yeah, you're going to need it for a lot of matchups against big Pokemon GX. Sometimes it is just better than Custom Catcher, as you don't want to throw away your whole greens just to search for customs. Most decks are playing customs, but Great Catcher's cool too.
Yeah.
Kind of have a short of a customs too.
One more card. 2 Fire Crystals, which is get 3 fire energies from your discard pile and put them right back into your hand. So if like something got knocked out when it had 3 or more energies attached, you can just play Fire Crystal and get it right back. And then welder 2 energies and attach 1 energy.
Busted. Alright.
More or less.
Yeah.
And then 2 Tag Calls to get tag. So you get 2 Tag Team Pokemon from your deck. Well, they don't have to be Pokemon. They could be 2 Tag Team Pokemon, 1 Tag Team Pokemon, 1 Tag Team Supporter, 2 Tag Team Supporters. Anything you'd like in a combination of Tag Team cards.
Yeah, really great to get those consistency cards,
Out early.
especially, yeah, or just even your tag teams, especially considering you're only playing one of each of them.
Yeah. And then we have 2 switches, just in case something gets stuck up in the active and you already used like a greens or something, you can just grab a switch, switch something that has a high retreat cost like Charizard Breaks In or Zard, and then you just bring up something else that has a bunch of energy on it and you kill your opponent. Then we have 1 Cherish Ball that's just search out the Cephalon or Zard or Lopup or anything, Greenzard, and just get it straight out and spam it on the floor.
Not really on the floor, but mainly just for searching Blacephalon GX as tag call. Can't do that.
On the playmat.
Exactly. Okay.
Then we have 1 Energy Spinner, because if you're going second, you can just get 3 energies out right away, which is an attached to Volcanion, hopefully, and then a welder to one of your benched Zard or Breakzards or anything.
Something like that. Okay. Yeah, just extra energy search.
Yeah.
Alright.
If you need
Stadium cards. Let's just put
Then
these
we
at
have
the
2
bottom.
Giant Hearths, which you discard a card from your hand and get 2 fire energies from your deck and put them right back into your hand. And it's good because if you need energies to welder something in the late game, you can just play down Giant Hearth, get rid of a card that you don't need in your hand, and then get welder.
Yeah, really great for searching out your energies, especially because we're not playing Fiery Flint.
Yeah. And then we have 2 Power Plants, which shut off all GX and EX abilities across the board when you play it. And there's no abilities in this deck, so that's very useful against other decks that play abilities on their GX.
especially decks that this deck might have a little bit of a slower matchup against, like Mewtwo and Mew. Or
Firebox. So you just play it on power plant turn 1 and they can't use the Dene at all.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then we have a 1 Shrine of Punishment, just in case, like, for Pikarom or anything with 240 HP, you can just Flutter Strike and then Shrine of Punishment it, and it's over.
Low puff.
Or you can use it with or you can use it.
Or even to get that extra 10 damage on an ADP with Choice Helmet on it.
Yeah.
But so many options. But
Many.
it's quite important that you're able to get that 10 extra damage down sometimes. And last stadium.
We have a Heat Factory Prism Star, which is discard a fire energy from your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. But sadly, it's a Prism Star, so it'll just go straight to the Lost Zone and no more.
Yeah, and you only have one of them, but it's an incredibly powerful card to get you out of a situation at any point in the game. Just get rid of some of the extra energy, and then lastly, the energies. Yes, okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, what?
Yeah, I know.
9? Yeah, okay.
And then we have 13 fire energies, because you need a lot of fire energy to, like, Welder to a Blacephalon, attach if you already have 3 energies on your board, which you probably will by the time you're going to have to use Blacephalon, and then just blow them up. Like, blow up a Reshizard with Mind Blown for 300 damage.
Yeah, something like that. Energy is what fuels the deck, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so a couple cards we may want to add. How about Amistar?
Yeah, I may want to add Omastar. I just don't think it's... I don't think I need it in the deck,
yeah,
honestly.
Amistar is a particularly good Pokemon in Green's decks, because you really never have more than 2 or 3 Pokemon on the board. But some decks can just exclude it because they're super aggressive and super powerful on their own.
My deck is the aggressive version. I like to just...
we did kind of already talk about Custom Catcher, but bringing up Pokemon like Ninetales that can be really pesky, like little one-price Pokemon.
Or Pidgeotos.
Yeah, oh yeah, especially Pidgeotto. Slow down Baby Blacephalon decks and maybe Pidgeotto control decks, but...
It's fine. I think Great Catchers work well enough.
Great Catchers work well, but we could make some cuts here and
I
there.
wish I could add Custom Catchers.
Yeah.
But for now, I can't.
Yeah, we'll just stick with Great Catchers. Okay, a little bit about matchups.
Yes, so against the Firebox matchup, you
Firebox,
just have to be very aggressive. Try and get the Volcanion starter, get 3 energies on your Reshizard, Welder to it, and then the next turn you attach, switch your Malolana, and then you Great Catcher a Reshizard and knock it out for 3 prize cards. Turn 2.
Yeah, the matchup is slightly unfavored for you, but if you play really well and just be aggressive, especially with your Reshiram and Charizard, you can hopefully take the win using stuff like Shrine of Punishment really well.
Yeah, like, if you use Blacephalon Shrine of Punishment, you just really annoy your opponent, and it takes down a lot of health, 30 damage per turn, unless they get the burn off, in which case you just bursting burn them again, until they just...
Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia. That's easily the most controversial matchup for this deck.
Yeah, it's really hard. You
because
just have to knock
once
out
they get once they get Ultra Creation off, they can take 2 prizes for your Volcanion.
And they can take 4 prizes for 3 energies with Keldeo.
Yeah, something like that on the tag team. This is one of the main reasons we do play Blacephalon GX, because if they take out a Volcanion for 2 and then Blacephalon for 3,
then you can knock out 3 Pokemon.
Yeah, then you can still have them knock out a tag team, hopefully. Yep. You just have to attack with it last, and hopefully get those 6 energies on your board to use Mind Blown for an ADP knockout. Let's see, Green's deck, other Green's decks like the Mirror, and Gardevoir and stuff.
Yeah, so the Mirror match, it just depends on who gets the Double Blaze off, or even better, if you get the Mind Blown off, because they don't know you're playing it.
Blacephalon's kind of a rogue tech that we've gone with.
Yes, because you can just bring it up out of nowhere, Welder, attach. Your opponent did not see it coming, but you just knock out the Reshizard without using your GX attack. And then you can knock out another Reshizard with your Rushy Zard.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So many great combinations that you can use in this deck. Yeah, with tag team, with big greens decks, they're pretty straightforward. So it's all about like getting the knockout with double blaze, and then hopefully using Blacephalon. Baby decks like Baby Blacephalon and Malamar.
Ooh, I don't like those decks.
Yeah, Malamar you can win just because you're tanky, and you just have to be aggressive. Hopefully, taking 2 prize cards before they can take any. And Baby Blacephalon, horrible matchup. You really do have to hope they brick, or just be super aggressive, knock out their Pidgeotos and stuff.
You have to hope they brick, use Breakson and Charizard as much as you can. And
nah, I guess, potentially.
And also use Volcanion if they start like Pidgey or Pidgeotto. Instead of Flare Startering, it's a possibility that you should just be able to Welder to it attached to your Greenzard, and then knock out with High Heat Blast. Next turn you Welder again to your Greenzard and attach to your Greenzard, and you're fine.
Alright, so I think that's going to be, about it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
We're going to try and upload as much as we can over the course of the next few days, trying to get at least 3 videos out per week. And we will
see you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.